Hello.
It's been a while.
I know it has. So I think we started talking. I was looking at the dates for this, and we started talking about this book 5 months ago, and then we did a read along thing back in December. So
Mm,
it's been a minute since we've been here.
yep, it
Yeah.
has been, but I feel like Christmas and New Year's is always like crazy. Um,
Yeah.
although normally January is very chill, but not this year. But yeah,
Hmm.
but I finished the book maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so I'm gonna grab my memory and try to like remember. But
Yeah.
uh, did you enjoy it?
So I kind of have some mixed emotions about it. Overall, I don't know, I want to talk about it more, but I definitely had a lot of mixed emotions about this one. And I was reading reviews and everything like that because I was trying to figure out why the rating was, I think, only a 3.5. I think it was kind of low, you know?
Mm,
Um, but I kind of understand a little bit better now. Although I don't think people going into this book thought it was going to be hardcore science fiction, and while it had elements, it was more contemporary science fiction than it was, you know, hard science fiction.
yeah, makes sense. Should we say hi to Tafty and then I'll
Yeah.
hi?
Hello. I know it's been a minute.
Yeah, we're just saying we're not very good. In fairness, I did move continents, so I feel like
Yeah.
that like excuses some things. Um, yes, I kind of agree. I started the book and I was like really into it. I thought it like really set up such an interesting premise.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, Tafty, if you've read this book, but basically it's about this girl when she's little. She's abducted by this alien plant, or so she thinks, and she's convinced that she's an alien. And like her whole life she's always like, I am an alien, I am an
Mhm.
imposter, I'm an alien. So it's like the book is about that basically, and there's like an alien invasion. I don't think that's a spoiler. So I was super intrigued by that beginning. I thought it was such an interesting premise. The way it was written, it was really like interesting. It's just like her like saying she's an alien and like how that alienated her and like the impact of that. But I thought it was just too long. I just
Mhm.
I don't know, it kind of lost me as we were going because it just became a bit more about like the action almost and like the minutia of like the situation versus like the beginning felt a little bit more about like ideas and stuff. So yeah, I started, I thought, oh my god, I was gonna love it. By the end I think I was maybe gave it 3 or 4 stars. I probably should check, but yeah, I was like, it's okay, I enjoyed it, but I lost steam somewhere along the way.
Yeah. So I really liked the main character. I liked the fact that she didn't quite fit in. I liked the fact that she had kind of her main people that she kind of hung out with that accepted her as her. I liked all of that. I liked the aspect that, because I feel like that was targeting a lot of people, because a lot of people they don't feel they belong, they feel like aliens, you know. And I feel like that's where it got kind of contemporary,
Hmm.
was the fact that they were building these emotional relationship with the reader.
Yeah.
Um, what made it I think what kind of made it so downhill for me at the end of everything was, yeah, it did, I could see where it would be a little bit too long, but I think more so it was I just didn't feel like the story behind the invasion was compelling enough to keep me hooked.
Hmm. Yeah, I kind of agree. I agree. I when I said too long, it's like I don't mind the length necessarily, but I didn't like the direction it took.
Yeah.
I felt like, yeah, it was like, oh, and now it was like this alien race and like really we're getting into their psyche and all of that. And like that's not what compelled me in the beginning. It was like what you said, like that fish out of water feeling, and like the main character, like it's like I thought it would be a bit more like a metaphor,
Yeah.
but it was very literal. And so it was, and very much like, and it was interesting. Like I liked the species of the alien, and I thought it was like an interesting world that was set up, but I agree, like it just, that's not what really hooked me in the beginning. So it
Yeah.
felt disappointing when we like kept going, and I was like, I am less and less interested as we go versus more and more.
Yeah. Um, I don't. I I liked like it definitely like was. I don't know. So at the beginning of the book, she's talking about like how hey this can't hurt you anymore. You know, and like I just finished at 10:30 this morning because I'm just like I want it to be like at least semi fresh. I've been like reading it like over like the last several months, which tells you that I haven't read much else because I just haven't had time. But I was thinking, I'm just like, okay, I like books like that begin like the end where they begin. I like that because it hooks everything together. I like that circular kind of storytelling, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, like where like they come back like like to like support like their first couple of lines in their in like in the whole thing. And I do feel like they talked about it like at the end, but I feel like they really like left that open to interpretation as well. It almost made me think like that like she was talking to somebody that had already been converted over
Mm-hmm.
into what she is.
Yeah. Honestly, because it's been like 3 weeks since I finished it, I don't even remember. And that's also was part of my problem is like I stopped because I was listening to it. I
Yeah.
stopped paying that much attention because I was like, okay, let's just get through it.
Yeah.
Um, but I agree that I liked the like circular. I did like the circular feeling of it, and I did like how like inevitable it felt. There wasn't like a oh this is not gonna happen. It was like no this is happening, and like I like that. But yeah, I think it was just like a little bit. The book wanted to be this like hard sci, not maybe not hard sci-fi, but proper sci-fi. This is an alien invasion type of thing, but the parts that I cared more about and I thought that were way more developed is like the interpersonal relationships and the friendships and her feeling out of water. So it's like we lost sight of that, I think, as we went, and that's kind of where I was like, like it's just I think it feels a bit more generic now, or like an action movie versus like a low examination of like the human condition. Like it stopped feeling that way where it did in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like there definitely like wasn't as much emphasis because anytime like you like you introduce like a new narrative, like into it like they did like with the aliens, like that always like cuts down like on the amount of like interpersonal relationship and all of that they have time for.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think the problem like was in the balance because like they kept trying to balance it. They kept trying to balance like the interpersonal relationships with the science fiction. And the science fiction never really got much of an opportunity to take over the entire storyline until like maybe like the last like couple of chapters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But yeah, maybe that's what it was. I just don't feel like it was that well balanced because I was like,
Yeah.
which one? What are we doing?
Yep. So Tufty has not read that one, but it makes sense why. Because he's definitely all about the paperbacks.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I did enjoy it. I thought it had like interesting ideas. And I think I liked it more for like the things that were set up in the beginning that I was like thinking about
Yeah.
versus I was like, it wasn't like, ooh, I'm so enjoying like the whole story. But to me, I feel like that's what I feel like if the book focused more like what the beginning set up and less about the invasion itself, it could be like a really good novella, like a
Yeah.
really strong, shorter
Mhm.
story. But yeah, but that's not what it was. So I'm like a bit like, it was good, but I wasn't like crazy about it or anything.
Yeah. I think like especially like how they geared like the synopsis, like they geared it more towards the hardcore science fiction fans. If they
Mm.
had written it like maybe like to gear it like more towards like the contemporary fans, I feel like it might have overall gotten a higher rating. Because I was reading like up on the ratings and like everybody was disappointed by the level of science fiction that was in it or lacking.
Yeah, that's
Um, which I feel like is kind of a consensus like between us as well because like we never actually got a chance to see that portion take off because it happens so late in the book.
Yeah. And it's almost like by the time it happened, it felt out of place.
Yeah.
So it's like if that was what it was from the beginning, now that we're talking, I do agree. I do feel like if I was like, I'm coming into this story because I want like a really good sci-fi alien invasion story,
Yeah.
I would be disappointed.
Yeah.
I feel like I maybe went into it thinking it'd be a bit more like esoteric, like whatever, because it's Shauna Maguire or Mira Grant.
Yeah.
So I feel like actually when it started, I was like, okay, that's kind of what I expected. So then I was like, oh wait, we're like way going in the other direction, but we've never fully committed, and
Right.
it kind of came late. So I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I don't really care that much.
Right.
So that's kind of how I ended up feeling.
Yeah. I was thinking back like to other invasion kind of stories, and one of my favorite ones is Arrival by Ted Chiang. Like it's based off of the movie of Arrival. It's called The Story of Our Lives and Others. Like it's located like in a short story collection, and they started that off with the invasion. So you got a chance like to go through like the invasion like process, like how people were dealing with it, which you normally do because we never got a chance to see how the entire population was actually dealing with it. By the time we got back to Earth, we only saw that Washington was scorched. We didn't see anything else. We don't know like who died. We don't know how many places were impacted. We don't know anything past like the interpersonal relationships and how it was affecting her as an alien. We saw nothing else practically. And I think that kind of hurt the story, like the overall story, because we were in a different kind of action, but we were not in the action that was more relevant to probably like our scope. Like I feel like they could have started off like with the invasion and did like flashbacks or something else.
Yeah, because I think the book wanted us to, like in the beginning, to question whether she's actually an alien and if the alien is actually coming, but I never questioned that because we opened with her being devoured by an alien. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we didn't open with that, maybe then I would maybe be questioning, but I didn't. And then, but the book, it felt like the book wanted me to be like, oh, is this, is it gonna go that direction or is this like a metaphor? So I feel like if you wanted to do that, then don't open with her being devoured. Open with just her as an adult, and then it's like a flashback or something.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, maybe this is all a big metaphor.
Yeah.
And then bam, there's an actual invasion. That would be actually really surprising, right? But that's not the setup I thought we got. I thought it was fairly obvious she was an alien. So then I was like, why are we acting like she might not be? Like we spent a lot of time setting up she might not be, and then it's like, no, obviously she is.
Right.
At least that's how I was thinking of it. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that too, because if we had started out with just her, being misfit, like having like, not really connecting like with anybody, we would have thought that she was just a normal person. It was almost like neurodivergent coded because like, like we would have had almost that. And I'd actually felt most of that, like most like way through like the book, like that this was neurodivergent coded, but what would have made it interesting is like if like, she had had a flashback and maybe she herself hadn't 100% remembered until she got on the alien ship and had a full flashback that this is what happened when she was a kid.
Yeah.
Then we would have been surprised.
Yes. I do think that might have been a bit more compelling.
Yeah.
I will say it was a very strong beginning. Like it was very like hook you in. But you gave out the thing, so don't pretend that might not be the thing, like that's, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think with Mira Grant, I've read this and I've read the Into the Drowning Deep.
Okay.
Which I had a similar issue with in the sense that I thought it started so strong and then it was really weak ending. And that one, it was meant to have a sequel and just never got a sequel.
Right.
But I'm like, is that like part of the problem with some of her stuff? Maybe that it's like really strongly developed in the beginning and by the end we're like, okay, this one at least everything got really fleshed out. Like the Into the Drowning Deep, I thought ended very like abruptly.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but at the same time, I didn't like hate it. Like I wanted to listen to it, and I'm in a bit of a reading slump anyway. So I'm like, okay, if I like, I'm not mad that I read it, type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not either. Like I thought it was good for what it was. I I do feel like that there was like a little bit of an abrupt like ending, like though, because they didn't like really describe, you know, like why like this wasn't going to bother us anymore. You kind of had to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, and I almost got the impression like that Grant became like her, so that
I
they
was,
could.
I was
So,
really confused when they were explaining it. And then I was like, oh, I think they're saying because it's an exact copy, it's ergo the same. But I was like, but it's not really though.
no,
So I think they were trying to be like, oh, we'll make you into a vampire or like whatever,
yeah,
make you into a thing, and then you'll be a copy. So it's the same. I'm like, yeah, but they're not a human anymore. We had this whole conversation. It did feel a little bit like they were like mad about the body snatching, but actually it's okay because it's a copy, so it's fine. I was like, but is it fine, or are we just resigning ourselves because there's nothing else to do?
yeah.
That's how
I don't mind like them like reinventing the story, you know, like that. I don't mind her reinventing the story. I don't think that was the issue like in her storytelling, because like that's like a classic, like that's a really strong, you know, like background story, like as far as like a premise to go on.
Mm-hmm.
It was really about the structural portion of the storytelling.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like overall, it's a great idea. It's like really strong execution in some areas.
Yeah,
It just didn't feel like a cohesive, necessarily whole. And I think with small changes, you could actually it'd be really, really, really like good.
yeah,
Not that I could ever write anything as good as this anyway, but
yeah,
really, it was like her writing. I think was definitely a strong point, especially like the bits in the beginning and where we're in the main character's head. Like it's just so immersive.
hmm,
And I thought that was really well done. And then interpersonal relationships were definitely a strong point as well. I felt very like strong connection with her boyfriend, with her friends, and I liked that they were like it's almost this found family situation a little bit. Um, and I like how all of the side characters had almost their own motivations because there was that scientist girl and she wanted to prove it for a whole different reason, and everyone like had their own motivation of why they're behaving this way or supporting or not supporting her.
yeah,
So all that was really strong. I just felt like yeah, like we wanted to be an act like more like this is an alien invasion at the very end where it should
yeah,
be a bit more yeah.
yeah,
I would have like made it shorter. I think it would have packed a stronger punch, but
yeah. Well, you know, like Sheena McGuire, like Mira Grant's. For anybody that doesn't know, Sheena McGuire is the actual name of the author. Mira Grant is the one that she goes under, like when she like wants to do like something kind of like off kilter for her, like the Into the Drowning Deep, like with Mermaids with Fangs, which I have not read, and then the science fiction book Overgrowth, so that we just finished, and her strongest series is the Wayward Children series, because those are all short,
mm-hmm.
and not every, I will say like that's like one of her strongest, I feel like, attributes, like as an author she can pack a punch in a very short amount of time. And not all authors are skilled short story authors. Like usually that's a really hard thing to do, and yeah, like it's not technically short stories because they're novellas, but still like she does a lot with a very like little bit of playing field.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like even like her other series, Middle Game,
Mm-hmm.
I've only read book one, but from what I'm hearing is like book two and three are not as good. So
Right.
like she thrives when she has like a limited amount of pages, and this is it. And to be fair, this is a standalone, so in theory, it could have been that. But I do think also Mira Grant is like her adult, like more for her adult audience. So maybe there was a certain like she felt like she needed like a longer story for adults or something. But
Yeah.
I agree. Even the Wayward Children, I don't love all of them, but the ones where I love, they're so good. And I
Mm-hmm.
do think she knows how to like tell a very succinct story.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get caught up with Tufty's comments really quick. I won a copy of Serpent Called Mercy the other day. Hardback edition turned up. I'm thinking it might be YA though. So it's
Mm.
Hedwig Young. Well, congratulations anyway on winning a copy.
The Serpent Called Mercy. I've not heard of it. Oh, maybe I've seen actually. Looks cool though.
You chaps have me racking my brain as trying to figure out what alien invasion books I've read that would recommend coming up short. I still want to read the three body problem because I think that's also an alien invasion
So
story.
good. I read book one only, but I loved it. It was like very, the way it was written was very much like you felt like it was translated from Chinese, but in like a good way. Like it was different in structure and all of that, but I really liked it and I really want to read book two. I want to read Annihilation.
Oh yeah, Annihilation. Yep.
Annihilation.
Yes.
I actually bought it in a used bookstore for like $1.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll be reading that at some point.
Yeah.
Because my friend said it was really, really good. But I don't know that I've read many others. It's something that I actually kind of didn't realize I enjoyed till I watched the Free Body Problem series.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, this kind of slaps. And then I was like, I want more like that. But very much educated in this area.
I haven't read too many either, but like I'm really obsessed like with Ted Chiang, and he does Ted Chiang, like he does like a lot of short story collections, science fiction short story collections. He's had 2 that I've read so far. I don't know if you've seen that movie Arrival.
No.
But that was based off of a short story that was in the story of Our Lives and Others. He definitely targets like people who are into hard science fiction. I do not think that his stories are for everyone just because they're so hard science fiction, but they're all very mind bending, and I'm really into the mind bending aspect of them.
I agree. I think for me, I felt about Free Body Problem. Like the characters are not the strongest. The relationships are not the strongest, but that's like not the point of it. It's like here's like this hard sci-fi math thing, and like I think for my alien invasion stories, actually I find that very compelling. Less so like than the human drama within that story. But yeah, so maybe I should read Arrival. I definitely want to read this. And I think it's a trilogy. I don't know. What else is like a famous one?
I don't know. Like I've read quite a few science fiction, but probably like not enough to consider myself an experienced science fiction reader.
Yeah, I know which one I was gonna mention. You know the dark. Oh my god, it's like this guy. It's about this. Well, I don't want to say what it's about because I think that's a spoiler. But it's like dark matter. I think it's called.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if that would be considered like a alien story, but I read that and I did not like it.
Yeah.
But I think I read something else by that author and did like it. Let's see. Oh, Blake Crouch. That's his name.
Oh, okay. Yep.
No, I haven't read it, but I have heard of like recursion stuff like that. But I don't think they're aliens.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, his stories play more with timelines.
Yes.
Rather than aliens.
That's true. I was like, oh wait, like, was it? I was like trying to remember the plot, and I was like, what is an alien, or was it like something else? But you're right, it was time, or like alternate dimensions, which technically not aliens, so it makes sense.
Yeah, that too.
Maybe we need to explore it more.
Let's see. I've read Into the Drowning Deep. I think that was the Wild Sasha Howling Pack book club reading pick back in the day, maybe.
Yes, it was, I think. I've not read it for that, but I think it was.
Yeah, I still haven't read that one. I've had it forever and I still haven't read it.
I would recommend it. Like, it was really good, but just prepare yourself that you will be unsatisfied by the end because it was meant to be a first book in a duology, but second book, as far as I know, is not coming. Okay. So it's a bit like I think if I knew that, I would have like accepted it. And I would have had a better time because I was like a little disappointed by the end. And I think when I read it, they still thought it was going to be a book too, but nope.
I know. I still feel like I have trouble accepting like open-ended stuff, even if I know that there's not anything. Because so I watched Tron Ares. This is a perfect example of that. Okay, I watched Tron Ares. The script writing was there, but the graphics were great. Like I mean, I liked that world. You know, I enjoyed being there again. And it had been intended to be the start of a bigger franchise with that particular storyline. But because it didn't do very well, they're not making any more.
Yeah.
And I'm still miffed. I knew that going into it, and I'm still miffed on how they ended it because I'm just like, if you guys knew this, maybe you guys should have figured out like a better way to change the ending so that I'm not left hanging.
Yes. That actually really pisses me off about like specifically TV and movies. When it's very like when you don't know if you're gonna be picked up for season 2.
Yeah.
Why would you make an open end? It drives me crazy. It's like, why not even open ending? I don't mind like if the ending was left open on purpose to like make you think and decide for yourself. That's like one thing. When
Yeah.
they clearly set up like storylines for the future
Mm-hmm.
because they really want the second season, but they're not gonna have it, it pisses me off because I'm like, you knew this. You knew. Or like when it's season 2 and they're like, you're not getting season 3, just wrap it up. I agree with you, but I love the Tron Legacy. I think it's the old movie. I
Yeah.
watched it as a kid, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever seen." Like, it was so cool. So I've been wanting to watch like Tron Ares actually, but I was like, "Oh man, if they like start a new story again and stop like not continue, I'll be pissed."
Yeah. That's how it is because it didn't make them enough money, so we're not getting it.
Yes. Right.
Tron Ares, is that the one with yes, Gillian Anderson from the X-Files is in that.
Ah.
Yes. If you knew that up front you were going to be left hanging with an incomplete cliffhanger, e.g., after it got canceled, would you choose to watch it or not? Like I said, I like the world. The writing, I feel like the writing wasn't as strong like in this as it was like in Tron Legacy, like, you know, but
Yeah.
but they did the same thing because they knew that they could capitalize, if nothing else, like on the soundtrack, because the soundtrack was Tron Legacy was
Mhm.
all Daft Punk, all of it. And I still jive to that soundtrack. I love that soundtrack. It's one of my favorites of all time. Um, with this one, they had Nine Inch Nails do the entire soundtrack, which again, like at the very least, they can capitalize like on the music because it's very like techno, new age, like, you know, like house music, like with a Tron twist. I still would watch it, but at the same time, like I'm kind of like, I can't believe you guys wouldn't at least do one more movie, at least.
Yeah.
Or like something like to, you know, like kind of wrap everything up, because there was some stuff like that they left open ended at the end of it, and I do not appreciate the open ended stuff. I want a full story, which is like why I'm like so picky about like what I watch like these days. I'm like, if it's going to be a full movie, it better be the full movie.
Yeah.
Or like, there's very few series that I will start unless they're completely finished.
I actually had this recently, like tough teen, more like a in general, because I was like really wanted to watch that My Lady Jane show.
Mm-hmm.
They canceled it literally within like a week of it coming out. So it's like pretty much as soon as it comes out, you know, there's not going to be season 2. And I was like, oh, but in the book works totally as a standalone.
Right.
But and then it was months later, if not a year, but I decided to watch it because I was watching with my husband, and we watched it, and it was amazing. And
Yeah.
A, it made me so pissed off about season 2 not being there. But B, book 1 was a standalone. But you specifically made changes in the show that make it not a standalone. Like there's like whole plot points not like at all explored. So like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you don't know that you're getting a season, especially I feel like, I don't know, is Prime good at renewing? I feel like they're not that good. So it was very upsetting. And I still had a great time, but I finished and I was miffed. I was like,
Yeah.
season 2.
It's like these studios can't accept that people have their own lives, and sometimes things don't get picked up, like, or people don't get interested in the first season. Like
Yeah.
I didn't start watching The Big Bang Theory till almost season 10.
Fair.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's a great show. Like I mean, I know like it was pretty popular, but at the same time, like there's like a lot of people like that show up to these things like late because like they're just like, oh, this is continuing to be a good series, and they have 2 seasons, and most people don't want to binge watch one season. They want to binge watch 2, 3, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it, but
No.
it's a money grab at the end of the day, and it's hurting people, like, and it's hurting them too because like they're not giving it a chance. Yeah, if people don't buy it, then the author won't get to finish a conundrum. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but there's like so many things that you're like, oh, I missed this when it came out. But
Yeah.
like you're saying, oh, now it's season 3 and I keep hearing about it. Why don't I check it out? Like so many, but it used to be such a thing. Like things used to get at least like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. But
Mhm.
now it's like you get 1 season, it's out 1 week out from release. It's not doing like amazing, cancel. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so why would I even go back to watch it? It's like so frustrating. Really like betting against yourself in that sense.
Yeah.
And pretty much all good shows need like a season to get good. Like especially sitcoms. Like back in the day when I watched all my favorite sitcoms, I'm like, well, first season can be a bit rough, let's be honest. But
Mhm.
because they need to find the chemistry and they need to find like the gags and all that. So this pissed me off the other day, not the other day, but when it happened with How I Met Your Father, because first season
Okay.
was not good, like it was just so corny, and then season 2, I was like, it's not amazing, but they started to really like get the pacing going and the
Yeah.
joke, like it started to be a bit better, and of course they canceled it. Like so you have one bad season and one, oh, this could be good season, and then you cancel it. Or oh, this pisses me off. Wheel of Time. Oh, they just can't. It started getting good and they canceled it. It's like, what's the point? It's like it was like season 3, and the season 3 was really good. And it's like, okay, so now it's good. You're canceling it. Maybe should have made better season 1. I
Yeah.
will say it was pretty shit, but it pissed me off because I was like, you spend so much money and invest it, and then like, just as it's getting good, you cancel it.
Yeah. I watched like the first few episodes of Wheel of Time, and I completely lost interest because like this is not the book.
The first season was not good, and also I
No.
didn't read the book, so I wasn't as attached. I think that
Yeah.
also helps. But season 2 had like a couple amazing episodes, and season 3, I thought it was just good overall. Like I really enjoyed it. So it's like, oh, they were getting better. Ah.
Uh huh. I would watch read things even if I'm left hanging. I think I'd rather see what I can than not at all. I would agree for that for some things, but sometimes like like when you have like so many like open ended things, it's kind of like really like nerve grating, especially like if you're into somebody that likes completion,
Mm,
you know.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes it was worth it. Like I'm still glad I watched the Lady Jane show because it was actually really good.
Yeah.
But it still makes me mad.
Let's see. I am binge watching a show from like 2020 or so. I'm desperately trying to finish it so I can move on to the next thing. I
I
mean, it
just
makes sense.
finished One Piece season 2. That was my watch. So now I need something new to watch.
Yeah.
It was so good. I really enjoyed it. So.
I heard season 2 was really good. And I haven't seen like anything like One Piece. Like I'm not very, every time I think of One Piece, I think about like the joke, like where like they say if you want like if a guy says he can't commit, you ask him if he's a One Piece fan. Like
Makes sense.
that's a one
Because, holy crap.
yeah. Like
It's so funny. Sorry to interrupt, but it's so funny to me because I've been watching like some videos because I never seen One Piece before watching the live action season 1. And I was watching some reviews of season 2, and they were like, yeah, so maybe they'll get to like this point, but they definitely won't continue beyond this point. And I was like, oh, I wonder this point, how long is that? And they were like, so that would be season 7. I'm like, yeah, I don't think they're getting more than 7 seasons, but like it's just funny to me that it's like such a small portion of One Piece and it's like 7 seasons, and like it's unhinged. Like apparently like the season 1 had to do like 100 chapters, which I was like, that is insane. But it was really good. I loved season 1. I think season 2 is probably better as a piece of television, but I've never encountered One Piece, so I loved season 1 because it was like introduction to this world and these characters, and I love how much they're committing to the bit. It's like
mhm.
it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I love it because they're like really committing to it. And I feel like it just has this sincerity that a lot of like shows don't have because they're like almost embarrassed that they're like they're fantasy, or like I don't know, like I feel like some shows are like, yeah, we're fantasy, but we're like serious and highbrow, and we're like Game of Thrones. I'm like, okay, no, but it's okay to be fun. So for that reason, I loved it, and I think it just made such an impression on me that I was like, even though technically season 2 is better, I, the season 1 feelings nothing will replicate, because I was so surprised.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was really good, and they're already greenlit season 3, and they're already filming it too, so that really made me happy as well,
that's
because I was
awesome.
worried they were gonna cancel it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh, that said, I don't know I would bother to watch many of a Netflix show now that they have a reputation for canceling instantly. Yeah, that's the problem. Like with Netflix, they really shot themselves like in the foot though, like with that, because they've canceled. Like if the problem is like that they're investing too much money in season 1. They can like they don't rely like on old storytelling like anymore. Like they rely like on high budget actors and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem, I feel like, for like a lot of this is like that they spend too much on it, and then if it doesn't make money, like then they go ahead and cancel it rather than trying to invest and continue on and give it an opportunity to flourish like in a season 2 or 3 where they could progressively increase the budget depending on the viewership.
Yeah. But I agree. They totally like shut themselves in the foot, because I legit don't like starting Netflix shows now.
Mhm.
Or like I start them knowing they will likely get canceled. So I'm like, if I'm thinking, oh, I want to pick something up, but like it feels like it should, like it's not a limited series, then I'm not gonna go for Netflix, because like I just live on the edge of like, ooh, will it get canceled just as it's getting good? Like, and they only really are very consistent with renewing only like the top 1% of their shows, which is like what Wednesday used to be Stranger Things, and like maybe hopefully Kitty XOXO. There's a new season now. I don't know if it's the last season, if they're gonna renew, but like for me it's like I don't mind if something only has one season, but then make that a coherent story, like make
Yep.
it a closed loop, not like clearly this is unfinished. But yeah.
Yeah. I honestly think the person like the company like that's really like streamlining like and heading the way like right now for like unique things is actually Apple TV.
Oh, 100%, totally agree.
When we have Ted Lasso, we have really good solid like what was that one like that new science fiction like one with Anya Taylor-Joy that they recently came out with, The Gorge.
Oh yeah, that was
That
fun.
was really good and it was really well constructed. Like everything like about it was just so good. I watched like that show like season 1 of my, Friends and Neighbors. Um, and that was really fun too. Like I don't know if you've seen like that, but it's about a Mughal, like
I
a finance
watched like
Mughal.
one episode, but I
Yeah,
didn't continue. But my husband did watch it and he enjoyed it. So
yeah.
we're watching Shrinking. Amazing.
I need to watch that.
Such a good show. Just made it to season 3. We really like Foundation, and I was saying I need to watch something. I'm just about to start a new show on Apple. It's like something women. It looks like this like titillating women did crime, and that type of vibe, but I'm in such a mood for it, so I'm like, yeah, this sounds great. It's got Invisible Woman, something women, but I don't know, I'm looking at it for now, but Imperfect Women, it looks
Okay.
so fun. I just feel
Yeah.
like with their shows, it's like if you feel like it's really quality, and they're really going on quality over quantity, which versus Netflix is just like pump it out. I keep thinking like I'm gonna cancel my Netflix subscription, and all of my favorite shows are now coming back for a season. So, and they are releasing them like, because we just had, oh well, obviously Stranger Things just finished, and then we're having One Piece, and then we're gonna have Exo Kitty. I think after that there's nothing, so I might like cancel it for a couple months. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because it's getting really expensive, like Netflix specifically.
Yeah.
We got that version without ads, and it's just like I'm like, should I just watch ads at this point?
I know. I just think it's like such like a contradiction. Like they're getting paid, we're paying them, and then the advertisement companies are paying them. They've doubled their profits because of this.
Yes. And they make it so expensive without that. And you're
Yeah.
like,
It's,
okay, cable TV, welcome back. You're just more expensive now. Like,
Mhm.
tracking.
That's what Amazon Prime did too.
Oh, yeah. Amazon Prime, I'm like, what is my subscription getting me?
Yeah.
Because I get on the platform and everything's paid for or has a shit ton of ads. So, sad times.
All right, let me get caught up with some of the tufties. Okay, so we talked about that one. I fair enjoyed Wheel of Time season 1.
I thought it was fun, but it wasn't like brilliant.
I haven't seen any of Rings of Power, but I understand the showrunners of that show were a bit inexperienced.
Which
Yeah,
is wild because it was like the budget was insane. Put someone who has experience on.
yeah. But I also heard like that. I think it was supposed to be like portions of like the Tolkien's book, like the Silmarillion, I think it was, and they didn't get full rights to that book either. So they were not even able to storytell off of like the actual content that they were trying to storytell off of. So I think like that's what I heard about it, and I think like it was kind of like a kind of like fail just because like they couldn't do everything that they needed to do like to kind of tell the story, which you would think like that they would at least try to buy some of the rights, like to the majority of that. So it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, now we're talking for All Mankind. Season 5 is coming out soon.
Oh, good.
I recently finished watching Silo season 2 on Apple TV. Good show. Season 3 and 4 coming out later. I want there to be more seasons of that out before I watch it, because like I really want to watch that one though. Just like what was it? I'll think of it here in probably a moment.
We're also watching Monarch. And
okay.
another thing I really like about Apple TV is like they release it weekly.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to watch it. Like we're watching it together.
Yeah.
And I also overall, even when I'm watching something by myself, I enjoy sitting down once a week. This is my show. I'm gonna watch it. Like it feels like such like routine and really nice way to relax. Versus sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have like I don't know like I don't want to sit down and binge it, but then I don't have a reminder to watch it. And Apple TV does really like they're good about like notifying you the new episode is out. So like I think it's quite good.
Yeah. See, Ted Lasso season 4 is coming out in August, they said, and I'm like,
I'm not watching that one, but I heard it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh yeah, so the show I was thinking of was Severance. They have season 3 of Severance. I did not finish season 1 because I knew it was going to end on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, I need more of this to be out before I progressively sink myself into a show that I am not going to unsink myself out of without a resolution.
So good.
So I'm waiting for like another I think season 3, because I think they only have 2 seasons out right now, correct?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like wait until, because I thought I heard some like where that season 3 was supposed to be the last season. That's what I heard.
I don't know that about that, but yeah, I know it's coming. Like they didn't.
Yeah, but I'm not good with cliffhangers. I'm not. So that's like why I wait for book series to try to be towards the end and all of that. Like I have to.
For me, I don't mind a cliffhanger. What I mind a cliffhanger is when the wait between seasons is like 2 or 3 years. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like it's same for books. If I like wait too long, this is why I've realized now. I used to read like loads of like arcs of these new series. I'd read book 1. I'd be like, yeah, I totally want to read book 2. Fast forward to a year and a half, 2 years later, I don't remember anything about book 1.
Yeah.
So I'm having a really hard time, like, and I just abandon it. And I'm like, oof, that makes it quite difficult. So I now prefer like either binge a series, or not binge, but like read the series within a year or 2. And like, or just read standalones, because this way it's like kind of shite.
Like For All Mankind season 5 is coming out in about a week, but then the spinoff Star City arrives just after it in May, so I doubt I'll cancel now. Very clever of them.
They are clever.
Publius is so good. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen the full season because we were watching it together with my husband, and then I like kind of got distracted, whatever, so we didn't finish. But it was really amazing what we saw. I think we're on for like 2 episodes left.
I heard like the person like that did the cinematography for this was the person like that also did the cinematography for Breaking Bad. Which explains a lot, because like it's very cohesive, very well put together, very well paced, very prolific, like in their screenshots.
Yeah,
like it's so good.
It's a really good show. Really good.
Yeah. And I wasn't gonna watch it because like there was only like 1 season. I was like, I need to wait for more of this to come out. But like I kept hearing like all these things. So I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it, because I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about watching it like until after I watch it. Now I can't stop thinking about waiting for season 2. So I mean, it's not gonna help me either way.
Yes, I feel like this is why also the whole like 1 episode a week thing is good, is because then you almost like, if you're watching it as it is coming out, you can like talk to people about it. And I'm like, I miss this. I miss like watching 1 week and then like everyone's talking about it, and then you talk to people at work and school about it, and it's like, so it feels a bit more like eventful versus like, okay, Stranger Things, great, you watched it all, but then like you kind of don't talk about it after the first like 2 weeks or something, because they're like, and that's like a massive show. But like One Piece is like all comes out at once. I feel like people don't care as long. It's like, oh yeah, I watched it, it was good, but like what's there to talk about? The season's finished.
Right.
Versus like having like these like theories and all that stuff is like really good.
Yeah. Dang, I was betting the show you were thinking of was Pluvius. Yeah. No, I love that one though. Did you see, like, I don't want to spoil it for you. How far did you get, Gabby?
I think I have 2 episodes left in the season.
Okay. So do you remember like the conversation that she had like with like the lady that she's getting attached to about like, so if I wanted an atom bomb, you would have to give that to me, right?
Oh yeah. I do remember vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, you need to watch the last 2 episodes.
I need to.
Yeah. Murderbot was also fun to watch. I love Alexander Skarsgård. I love him. I've loved him since True Blood. I've loved him in everything. Yeah, I need, actually there's a new movie with him out like that. It's like I'm calling it a gay dom rom-com because it has, you know, like the kid like that played Dudley Dursley from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He's actually the submissive to Alexander Skarsgård's character.
What show is this? I did not hear about this.
It's a movie. It's like an independent film called Pillion, and it went to like film festivals and everything else, and now it's like limited release like here in the States. And it has been like for a while, but it's considered like it's funny because Alexander Skarsgård's like this really tall, handsome like biker dude, and the guy that plays like his submissive, the one that played Dudley Dursley, he's all like this kind of like meek like barber quartet like singer and everything. You should like look up the trailer for it.
I should look at that. Yeah, that looks good. Sounds good.
I have started watching these as they air, so I can wibble about it on the socials. Join the yeah. Pirate Lady is awesome.
Yeah, I assume from One Piece, but yeah, I agree.
Atom Bomb Conversation.
Maybe I did not watch that episode because I can't remember it very well, but I know she was like, it was very
I don't want to ruin it for you, but like there's something like that happens like as a reference to that like in the last couple of episodes that had me like, yeah. So yeah, you let me know when you finish the last 2.
I will.
Yes. I am now PMSL at the Atom Bomb Combo. Now that you reminded me of it. It's so good. It's such a great conversation. How is the U.S. rental market versus the London rental market?
Yeah. Yes, I was showing Kirby for my apartment. So we managed to get a place, which is good. Honestly, it's like all of New York. It's like London, but crazier. It's whatever you think in London is like, it's more expensive. Number one, it's like 20% more.
Wow.
And then, but like people pay more, so maybe it works out similar. But you get smaller for whatever you're paying. Like, and we got really lucky as well. I think some of our friends are paying like nearly $6,000 for one bed, and I'm like, what? But we're not paying that, thank God. What else? It's just crazy. It's like moved so quickly. We moved here in January, and we were like, oh, we need to move out by end of Feb. Yeah, we moved here in January. We needed to move out of like this temporary accommodation by end of Feb, and we were like, okay, great, a month to find in a place. It's perfect. And everyone was like, oh no, we want you to move in tomorrow. Tomorrow? What are you, crazy? So we ended up finding this place on Facebook because someone needed to like get out of their lease because they're moving, and worked out well. But honestly, it was crazy. And also, I don't know, like even the contracts were very weird till we like negotiated. I think you just have to be very, very like on it and very aware, and like ChatGPT, like legal terms you don't understand, because in London I feel like very secure because they can't really mess you about that much. But it's good. I'm really enjoying it. I have a fire escape, like exposed brick, as you can see, and exposed pipes, which are extremely hot. So I feel like we're getting like a very authentic experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're living literally above like a pizza shop and a jerk chicken shop. So and it's a walk up too. It's like 2 flights of stairs. But yeah. So I think I'm for now romanticizing it. I'm like, oh my god, it's such a New York experience. Which is fun, but yeah, there is definitely like, God. When we move back, we're gonna be like, what is this palace? But yeah, it's been good overall. Tufty. I was saying I got a job, we got an apartment now, we made some friends, so life is good, settled in. I feel like now all the big like looking for jobs, looking for apartments, blah blah is done. We like settled in and we can actually like relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How's the coffee shops and the big sofas? Coffee shops are good. I will say there isn't like that many like cute coffee shop you go sit down because they're also tiny. There's like pretty much all takeaway, and everywhere you need to queue up or get a reservation. Like it's insane. Like queues are insane. Like I don't understand. Big sofas. My sofa is very comfortable. I've not really gone to a coffee shop with a sofa so far, but I want to go today. Something exciting. I signed up for like a writing course because I was like, I'm in New York, of course I'm gonna sign up for a writing course.
Yeah.
So I signed up for one. I'm in like week 3 next tomorrow. So that's been really fun. It's basically just this guy's like, write. And we're like, okay, teach us something. And he's like, no, just write. And I'm like, that's not what I thought this would be. But okay. It's 10 weeks though, so let's see how it goes. So yeah, it's been good. I've been trying to do all the stereotypical I live in New York things. So yeah. It's been good. I'm obsessed with matchas now.
Matches?
Yeah,
like
I don't really drink. Yeah, I don't really drink coffee anymore. I get matcha.
Matcha.
Like Blank Street or like I've tried like many different ones, which I feel like is very like millennial / Gen Z of me. I don't know. But yeah, so it's been good. I miss England a little bit, especially pubs. Me and my husband were watching a show. Oh, we were watching the F1 movie and they were in a pub. And we were like, oh, we miss a good pint of beer because the beer is shit. So yeah, so that we miss. But the weather here is so much better. Like it's been cold, but at least it's sunny. You can kind of see like it's quite sunny.
Yeah.
London, I've heard, has been really grim. Although I think Tafty was saying it's been better now.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Matches.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like striking a match?
Yeah. That's what I thought too at first.
No. Matcha, like the drink.
Yeah.
I was scared of matches when I was a child. And my mom never, like my parents never taught me how to. So my best friend taught me how to light a match because I was like, what sorcery is this? So yeah, it was very funny.
So what do we want to read next?
Ooh, the big questions.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I really want to choose some because I feel like our book club is the thing motivating me to read because otherwise it's been
Well,
I signed up to the New York Public Library system like 2 days ago, which is very exciting. And I requested like City of Bones books because I was like, I have a feeling this is what's going to get me out of my reading slump. I just felt this intense need to reread them, even though the first 3 from my memory are not good. But I was like, I need something easy. So that's my big thing. But in terms of us reading, I don't know. I quite liked reading this standalone, but I'm also down to do a series. So
I was thinking, like, I haven't read Project Hail Mary, and the movie just came out.
Okay, I've read it, but it's like one of my favorite books ever. So I'm definitely down. And I've been planning to reread it because I listened to it for the first time. So I'm down to reread and talk about it.
Okay.
If Tafty's also, I feel like he's like our 3rd team member.
So I know.
I don't want to read against something he doesn't want to read.
Another confession, last year we both picked out a book for me to read in 2026. I confess I still have not hauled either of them, but I hardly bought any books this year at all. That's okay.
I've not been buying.
Yeah.
Because I don't have space.
Yeah. I don't really have much space
either.
either.
I'm show you. This is my, sorry, they're tilted. I took out this one book, but I have a very limited bookshelf space. I agree.
All right. I have read all 3 Andy Weir books, Martian, Artemis, and Project Hail Mary. I have actually not read any of them.
I've only read Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Tufty, did you have any other like book that you're like, oh, I've been wanting to read this? I have the weird like either that or like, well, weren't we talking about some books?
Yeah, we were talking about the James Islington book, like
Oh, yeah.
the trilogy.
Yeah, that could be cool too.
If you're asking whether or not we would like you to rank the Andy Weir books, sure.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go for
I'm
it.
curious. I want to know what you think. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking because like the movie's out and I'm kind of like, I don't want to see the movie until after I read the book. And if I like hurry up and read the book, then I can go watch the movie.
I'd be down to reread it and
Yeah.
just probably hit the remembers enough. I am seeing the movie on the 1st of April.
Okay.
I don't mind either way because I've seen it already. So
Yeah.
I was so mad at the trailer. I was like fuming in a cinema because no spoiler reason. It's just that the way the book is sold, like it's like this guy wakes up in space and he doesn't know why he's there. And I was like, that is such a hook, you know, like I felt so engaged, like so hooked by that. And then you read the book and things come out, whatever. But the trailer just kind of gives you the whole thing, like the whole big twist. And I
Yeah.
was so annoyed. I was like, no, we should have opened on the vastness of space for the trailer. And then you have like this one guy in a ship by himself. He doesn't know why he's there. And that's your trailer. And you flash
Yeah.
some stuff. I was like, let me redesign this trailer for you. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
my husband was like, close your eyes. Don't get spoiled. We're going to watch this movie.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched the trailer all the way through.
Good. Don't watch it.
Yeah. I'm not going to.
Bad representation of the hook of the book.
I have read about 70% of the books in my library that I want to read.
No, I think he's saying he has 70% of the books that are like read that he wants to read.
Okay, yeah. That's right. Okay.
That's a lot of books.
Yes. The Martian, Project Hail Mary, and Artemis. Okay, so the Project Hail Mary is the second one. Awesome. I don't want trailers because spoilers, so do not watch that trailer. Okay.
I watched it against my will because the cinema, but I've seen I read the books. I didn't mind. I was just mad about how they designed it, like for general public. But
yeah.
What do I know? I'm just some random girl. But yeah.
I mean,
sounds like a plan. We should do that. And we should have some reading sprints too.
Yeah.
I might request the book from the library, so I have the physical. Because I actually have the copy, but back home. I didn't bring it.
Oops.
Poor planning on my side.
They have offered reasons why they deliberately chose to do that.
Yeah, probably because the public is stupid. But the public is stupid. We shouldn't listen to the public. Oh, gosh. Tafty, I feel like, soon it'll be hammock season. Well, not soon, but like in like a month or two. And I'm very happy for you because I know it's a special time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do most of your reading outside in your hammock. I do need to shoot off and bring my plants in from the greenhouse as it's getting a bit cold out there. Understood.
I think we're gonna call it too.
Yeah.
But it was really fun chatting to you.
Yes.
Wow.
So glad you still have the guest cat.
Yes, cat.
Yes.
MVP.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you joining us, Tufty.
Yes, thank you. And we'll see you probably for some sprints.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to end the live stream, but we will be announcing because we'll probably do sprints first and then the book discussion like we typically do. So bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.